Canada. Cold, expensive, quiet. As someone who's lived in Canada and grew up there, unfortunately, I am very well versed in explaining what the fashion scene, or lack thereof, is like here. Lack of creative spaces in major cities. If we use the USA for example, the USA has V-Files, High Snobiety, Fit, Parsons, Art Basel, New York Fashion Week obviously, and on and on and on. These are a few spaces that up-and-coming artists, designers, and so on and so forth can use and leverage to make a career in the industry. We ain't got none of that.
For example,
you know, this guy, Lucas Sadat, had a dad and a mom who worked in the industry, who traveled from Paris and New York frequently, and even just grew up in a time where the Instagram algorithm wasn't garbage. It's easy to have a blossoming career when there's opportunity and when you have a bunch of friends who are also on the same wavelength as you. Up here we got winter and the sun going down at 5 p.m. The population that's actually interested in fashion is very minuscule. So finding someone who had the same interest was an uphill task in itself. But there is a small niche group of fashion enthusiasts here. I won't say there's none. For a community and a niche to thrive, you need two things: opportunity and curation. Those two things are what gives the individual the ability to hone their skills, to see what they like, to develop, to be around like-minded individuals, to start a career in something of the arts. The lack of creative spaces in turn means the lack of talent to cultivate. Like I mentioned before, all these bustling brands that shaped the fashion industry or shaped them at one time. A lot of these brands started and grew in the USA because of a culture that already existed there. And the brand was an extension of that culture in the fashion niche. A lot of your favorite designers and influencers got their start from simply just being in the way. Being at a place where there's a group of people that just share the same values. The weather. You might be asking, how can the weather? Yeah, trust me, let me tell you something. When the sun goes down at 5 p.m. for 7 to 8 months out of the year, the weather is going to affect your creativity as well. The weather here can be brutal. It can take a toll on your mental health. It's almost like if you don't got a reason to go outside, there's no reason to. Whereas if it's hot outside, you say, I want to go outside because the weather's nice. It's kind of a catch-22. If you're not in the way, you're not going to find what you're looking for. And if you don't find what you're looking for, you're not going to have another reason to get out there and go explore the industry. When the temperature is below zero, it's also hard to even look your best because you don't even have the option to show off your best piece that you just bought because it's being covered by a Canada Goose jacket. Canadian cities and suburbs are mostly built for function, not really creativity. If you could sum up Canada's infrastructure in one sentence, it is warehouses, houses that look the same, and farmland. Growing up as a fashion kid myself, it was very difficult because anytime I would put on something that wasn't even too crazy, just some nice shirt or a nice pair of boots from H&M, you'd be met with
scrutiny.
Seeing this and hearing this for most of your life, it kind of gets tiring. Think of Japanese brands. Think of American streetwear brands. Think of European high fashion labels. Now think of Canada. All right, I've bashed my country enough, so how do we fix this? How do we change this? I personally think that the way we resurrect this fashion scene, we do what the Americans are doing, which is create spaces that young people and emerging talent and creatives and all those types of people can do something. We need something like a V-Files that gives teenagers and young adults the chance to show their art and show their designs and show their talent and show their ideas on a public and large enough platform. Toronto Fashion Week got shut down, and we need something like that to be revived and to be fun and to not just be filled with a bunch of old people and dress designers. We need a mainstream platform that young creatives can go to instead of scouring Eventbrite for an hour trying to find a fashion show that they could attend. For all you emerging designers who want to start a brand, check out Yumestudios.com. We got more than enough resources and help for you to begin your manufacturing journey. And for all you non-brand owners, we have content that most of the big platforms are not talking about, and you might find some interest in it. So give it a look. I didn't show my face in this video because I'm lazy, and I feel like I want to take this YouTube thing more seriously because I'm kind of tired of having 100 subscribers. All right, thanks, bye.